Hello my lovely Egyptian family. Someone recently gave me a very interesting question, and the question is actually if Egyptian men are faithful. Well, I found this question very interesting and I would like to look on this today, but I will a little bit change the rules. I will not do as I mostly do. I will not give you the judgment from me, even what I think, but I will try to give you a lot of options because I believe there is no clear answer to this question. So I will try to look on it from all the sides possible, and then you choose what you want. And please, I would like to, if you joined me this time in this, and write me after in the comment if you think they are faithful or what you experience with them, because unfortunately mostly the women which they are writing me, it's sad stories. So maybe I would like to listen some happy stories this time. If you have, please feel free to put and comment. So let's look at it into details. So I really personally believe that we can divide Egyptian men till three groups, okay? The first group, let's say, they will be the Egyptian scammers. We spoke already about them. We will not speak about Egyptian scammer in this video, but let's move to the good Egyptian men. Okay, I believe it will be more interesting. And good Egyptian men we can actually divide to two groups. One group, they are actually trying to follow our religion, I mean Islam. Okay, I will speak about Muslims basically. So they are really trying to follow the Islamic rules and principles, and really they are trying their best to control their desires and emotion, and they are really very, very faithful. I know many stories when Egyptian men really even sacrifice his life for his wife in many ways. I will not speak only about children, we already discussed this as well, but really many ways. And they even didn't look on any other woman, and if they look, so they regret it. But I also think that this group is really a very, very small percentage in Egypt, but they are the best, I believe. So they exist, and it's not that impossible to meet them. I know many foreigners, my friends who live here in Egypt, and their husbands are like this. So you can even meet such a guy, it's really not a problem. And another group, which for me is the majority of Egypt, they can be kind of very flirty or to fall for other women very easy. But we have to actually ask, what is actually faithfulness for you? How do you understand a man to be faithful? Okay, if you understand the way that really he will never look on another woman, never cheat, okay, but we can even understand it a little bit different way, that even, for example, he is weak, the man, and he can even cheat anyway, not only sexual way, okay, but we have more way how to cheat. But on the other side, he will never give up his family. It can be also kind that he is faithful. It really depends how we look at it, who we are, and each of us is of course different. So each of us will understand this really, really different way. But I think that it's something really in Egyptian blood, that really Egyptian men, I think, they are really very weak with women, and they really fell for them very easy. And I had really tons of women writing me this, that they had a husband, even husband, boyfriend, doesn't matter, and they found that he's chatting with another girls on the phone. Alright, so what they should do, and mostly the stories are really very similar all the time. But there is really good point that even if you found that Egyptian man is flirting with other women in mobile, how do you know that he's actually cheating you? Like really cheating, I mean. From what I really saw, mostly Egyptians really like to flirt with the women, but not all the time it finishes in a bad or sexual way as we think or as we imagine immediately. Because believe me or not, but again, it's really up to the education of the men and the education of our religion, the Islam, because in Islam cheating is not acceptable, and we have really hard punishment for cheating. So if the man really understands his religion, so he will be afraid from the punishment and he will never do it. But at the same time, as I mentioned now, they are really weak. So they are looking for women, they are flirting with them, they are speaking with them, laughing with them. Okay, a lot of things. If you have Egyptian husbands right now, so even it will happen that he will cheat, even really cheating. So believe me that he will never give you up as your wife and his children, what you have together, I mean, for any other woman. Mostly if they flirt with the woman, so the woman means nothing to them and they really will leave her any second for you, okay? And really if his family know that he cheated on you, so it will cause in Egypt really very big and extreme problem. And basically this is the good time to remind that all the rules, the hard rules which we have in Egypt are actually for protecting the woman. So it's something actually very good. But this one thing I really personally like so much, that the Egyptian will never fail his family or never will give up his family for any other random woman. I believe that any person, not only man but even a woman, okay, any person can make mistake. The life is kind of long, even short, but still long for us, because the life is full of desire and lust and exam and tests. So it's not always easy to keep in the line and keep really to live the life without sins. Each of us can sin, and I told it in the previous videos about Ramadan that to sin is actually okay as long as you really know that you made a sin and ask for forgiveness. But there is no single person who lived a life without sin. And of course in a marriage life or love life can be thousands of problems between the couples, even they love each other. And really Egyptian men are weak in this, in my point. So it can happen that, for example, that they will get fooled for some time, maybe from other women. Yeah, it really can happen. But it's not the end of the world as long as you want to still put it back together, to try to fix things with the man and let's start over. But really Egyptian doesn't like to give up the family, no matter what, and the family is number one here, and especially if you are the mother of the children, so you are in Egypt kind of holy mother, let's say. You have really high status here in Egypt, and Egyptian doesn't like divorces. I don't say that divorces here are not existing, of course they are, but it's not that high number as we, for example, see in other countries. But it's good to mention again that divorce is never ever for another woman. The divorce is always for the couple stop understanding each other, that the couple has problem inside the family and they cannot any longer cooperate together. But I really never listened that the cause of divorce was for other woman, that other woman will steal your husband. No, I really didn't listen to this. And again, to don't be misunderstood from you, now you can tell me that I told previously that Egyptian men can marry up to 4 wives. Yes, that's true, but really marrying another woman and cheating are two completely different things here. Really different. Cheating in Egypt is really not acceptable, even by the law. Marrying another woman, official way, is acceptable, and it's really something else. It has really specific rules. Well, but I really don't want to sound like I'm defending the man who can flirt and cheat and so on. I really don't, because okay, I don't like men who cheat and do those stuffs, I know. But in the same time, men are really weak with women, and Egyptian men are double weak for me, okay? And I will give you maybe last advice. Egyptian men really love a woman which they can take care of. I believe this is the weakness which even in the Egyptian women can play on the Egyptian men, or they are good in it, I mean. This I experienced even in my husband's family a lot, and I was always fighting with them, but I didn't win this. It was, for example, that we go on the street and some man of the family was trying to help random girl on the street. But it was so obvious that the random girl on the street actually was playing. She was really trying to catch any man, because she really wasn't in some serious problem, but she like made it up. okay? It was like a trick to get some man. And if any other woman see it, it's too clear for her, but the man, of course, never understand it. So of course, the certain man helped the girl. She wasn't even a woman, she was a girl, to be honest. And I remember that not only me, but even the other women from my husband's family saw it like kind of really injustice, and there was really big fight about it. And I was on the side of the women, of course, because it was really very clear. But the man thought like, hey, I'm the man, and I have to act like the man on the street. And if any girl is in the trouble, I will really help her, no matter what. Okay? My point, I'm just trying to show you here on this example how their mentality works, that they really love to be the men, the heroes, to save and help the women who is in need, the woman who doesn't understand the life, and so on. So I personally see in Egypt, if you play that you are actually silly woman, but not that you are, but you play it on the Egyptian men, so you will always win in this. It's just a little bit women advice. But of course, not all women like to play this game. For example, I hate it, I will never be like this, but I see on myself, even if I did it sometimes, my life will be much more easier with Egyptian men. Well, and my last thing which I will tell you, if you found your Egyptian man constantly cheating on you and he doesn't regret it, okay, like it didn't happen once, but he really go for it, he really go for other women so much. So really, mostly this is the behavior of the players, Egyptian scammers. So get from this man really as soon as possible, because this is really not the normal Egyptian behavior. Okay? As I thought, anything can happen in this life, but if this is happening really on daily basis and you get hurt all the time from the Egyptian man, so this really is not what faithful men look like. So get away as soon as you can. Okay, I will stop it right here. I think that I give you the clue about it, so I'm looking forward on your opinion. What do you think about it? Okay, let me know, and see you in the other video.